All right, so what's up, guys? I'm not gonna be before you long. So good morning, good evening, good night to you, whenever you view this video. I know that I've spoke about this before about being angry with God. But before I continue, I'm gonna have my pastor. She don't want to be on camera right now. But I'm gonna have my pastor just to name off a few names and to give you the reasons why they were angry with God. Give you a brief summary of each name of why they were angry with God, and then I'll come back and help you to understand why it is a dangerous doctrine to teach that you cannot be angry with God. So right now, I'm going to ask my pastor. Like I said, she don't want to be on camera for whatever reason. That's her business, not mine. Anyways, but whatever she tells you, can go right back to the Bible and look it up yourself. So, give just a few names, Carolyn, of the people that were angry with God and why. Now, some of it was their fault. We were just talking about David. Now, it was David's fault of why he was angry with God, because he did not follow proper instructions. So we're going to turn it over to Carolyn Hayes, and she will help you to understand why it is okay to be angry with God.
Well, since you went ahead and mentioned David, I'll start with David.
Okay.
As you say, he did not read the instructions on how to carry the ark. So when the ark started to fall and Uzzah went to grab it, and when he touched it, God struck him dead. David was angry with God for killing Uzzah, because we know Uzzah was trying to do a good thing. But God's word had already been spoken, So David was angry with God for that reason. Another person that got angry with God was Moses. Moses was angry.
Go ahead for a second. People don't know how to have respect. Excuse you. Take the baby in there. Go ahead.
Moses got angry with the people, when God told him to speak to the rock. And Moses struck the rock, and because of that, he was not allowed to go into the promised land. He could look. But Moses was angry about that. If you read in the Bible from that point on, you will see where, he went to God over and over, like, why? Why can't I see it? So, he was angry with God for that reason.
Right.
The prophet Isaiah, if you read from Isaiah from chapter 60 through the end of the book of Isaiah 66, several times over, you will see where Isaiah will tell God, I've served you for nothing.
Right.
He was upset with him. He never left him, but he got angry with him. Right. Jeremiah was angry with God for several reasons.
Right.
He even he said, I won't speak for you anymore. Right. He told God, you deceived me into serving you.
Right.
So these are all people. And then Ezekiel, God told him he couldn't mourn for his wife. So you can't tell people.
And I'm quite sure Ezekiel was angry with God because he couldn't mourn for his own wife, because he knew that God had took her.
Right.
So, a lot of people say, well, what about Ezekiel, where it doesn't, the Bible doesn't say that he was angry with God? You don't know that. I mean, Ezekiel loved his wife. He just found out from Jesus Christ that I'm going to take your wife as a symbolic way of showing you what I'm going to do to Israel. Mm-hmm. And then he told him, and you better not mourn for her. Yeah. So right there, if you love your wife, that's going to make you angry. Because if I can't mourn for you, you ain't did nothing wrong, blah, 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 whatever. So yes, I'm going to be angry. So yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, as you said, God came to Ezekiel and said, I'm going to take your wife. She wasn't sick or anything of that nature. Right. God said, I'm going to take her with a stroke. Right. And so, as Maurice just said, the person you
Jesus got, excuse me for a second, Pastor. Jesus got angry with himself. You can read that all through the Bible. He got angry with himself. Period. So, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, you have several instances over and over, people who feel like that God has left them, that God has done them wrong. they don't understand why God does things, and then He don't explain to them.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, people get upset with God. If you want to go into the New Testament, read about where Paul became angry.
Yep.
He said, I was shipwrecked, beaten with rods, all of this.
Yep.
When
Jesus wanted to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham got upset with God. And basically asked him, why would you destroy a whole city for a few sins? But what Abraham didn't understand, the only ones that were righteous in that city was Lot and his family. And that was it. Not even Lot's wife was righteous. And the Bible plainly tells us that because her looking back on that city was symbolic of her looking back on sin. Because if you don't want to do with that city, I don't care if you did feel bad for him. When Jesus said, don't look back, that's what he means. Don't look back. And I'm quite sure Lot got angry with God when his wife turned into a pillar of salt. But this is why you must obey. Now, it was not Lot's fault that his wife looked back. But I'm quite sure he got upset with God because his wife was turned into a pillar of salt. Period. It was all because she looked back on sin. Okay. So Carolyn's just explained a few people in the Bible who you good?
Yeah.
Carolyn just explained a few people in the Bible who had got angry with God. I'm not going to entertain you guys long. I've already spoke about this one time before. Here's the thing. It is a dangerous doctrine to teach people that it is not okay to be angry with God. It is okay to be angry with God. As a matter of fact, Jesus told us, be angry, but sin not. Whosoever just log on, how y'all doing? I have my messenger turned off because it's very distracting to me. I'm not ignoring you. I love you. If you log off, I still love you. It is a dangerous doctrine to teach people that it is not okay to be angry with God. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. And I'll tell you why. Because people are created with emotions. People are created with hurts. People are created with feelings. Jesus said, be angry, but sin not. See, the first thing that people want to teach you is this. The first thing that people want to teach you is this, okay? When you hear about anger, oh man, no, you shouldn't do that. People affiliate angry with something that's bad. It's not necessarily mean that it's something that's bad or dealing with something that's bad. Okay. Anything can happen to you in your life to make you angry, even with righteous anger. Okay. There is a thing that's called righteous anger. You can be righteously, which means you can be within right standing and being angry with God. Okay. The Bible says that the prayers of a righteous man availeth much. Okay. The steps of a righteous and a good man is ordered by the Lord. So you can be rightly angry with God. Okay. The sin of it is when you start to disobey. What does that mean? Even though you angry, in your anger, you start to disobey. Okay, which means if God told you to stay and you decide to leave, that's the sin of disobedience. Okay, I don't want to be in this no more. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gone. That's the sin. The sin is not the anger. Jesus says that it is not what comes out. It is not what comes out of a man's mouth that defiles him, but it is what's inside of him. So if you got all these bottled up emotions, all this bottled up anger, and you run into some fly-by-night shade tree mechanic preacher sitting up there, jellyback ass preacher sitting up there telling you it's not okay to be angry with God, you need to leave that church. You need to leave that church because bottled up anger. Anybody know whenever there's a hard freeze on the way, people tell you, the old folk used to tell you, leave your pipes dripping. Okay? Leave those pipes dripping pressure will bust a pipe. Okay? So, if you don't cry out to God, if you don't, where are you? What's going on? Why are you doing this to me? This and that, that, and the third. I have not did anything to deserve this. I have not did anything to. The best example of righteous anger is Job. Did God kill Job because he got angry with him? No. What kind of God would that be anyways? Think about that. Okay, let's use human terms. What kind of dad would you have? I don't care who you are. What kind of dad would you have if he's a good father, lowercase f, of course? If he's a good father, what kind of dad, what kind of father would you have? Okay, if he's good and blah, 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 if you got angry with him and he cussed you out because you got angry with him for something that he did or something that he's allowing to happen. Let's say let's say you got angry with him and now he done shot you in the head. Why? He done killed you. Why? Why did you kill this person? Because he got angry with you for something that you are allowing to happen or something that you did. You see, that's the same way people that we have to understand Christ. Why would Christ chastise you for righteous anger? Why would he do that? So that's why I say it is a dangerous thing to tell. It's a dangerous teaching to tell people that you can't get angry with God. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Jesus Christ is the one that created you with these emotions. Jesus Christ got angry himself. The Bible says that Jesus got angry and chased the people out of the temple with the whip. He had what he called righteous anger. Okay? That's why Jesus said, be angry, but sin not. What he's telling you is, if you're angry and you got nobody to take it out on me. I understand it. I know why you're mad. You see, here's the thing. If you done promise your wife a brand new car. You done promised your wife. Listen to this now. This is the example. You done promised your wife a brand new car. Okay. You done promised her this and you done promised her that and blah, blah, blah. You told her, baby, I'm going to get you that brand new car. You ain't told her what day, but you told her I'm going to get you that brand new car that you want. And this year done passed. That year done passed. That year done passed. And you ain't got that brand new car yet. But you know what you waiting on. You waiting on something bigger. You waiting on something better. But you ain't saying nothing to your wife. All she knows is that you promised that you gonna get her a car. Now the one she looking at, you saying to yourself, that ain't the one she really want. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get that one. When it comes out, I'm going to get that one over there. Because I know she going to be satisfied with that one. That's better than that anyways. Especially if you know your wife or your girlfriend. Especially if you know that Jesus said that he's married to us. Okay, he says he's married to the sinners. He's married to the backslider. That's what he said. That's not what I said. That's what Jesus said. Okay? So, your wife done got mad at you because you done promised her this car. You done promised her a car. She know the one she want. She thinking that's the one you gonna get her. Okay? She mad. She did, hey. And you just sitting back looking at her and she getting all mad. What kind of sense would it make you cussing her out, you telling her off because you the one know in your head of what you doing? You know she gonna get that car. But what you trying to see is, do you love me more than what you love that car? Because if you love that car that you want more than what you love me, you'll walk away from me over a stupid car. Sometimes this is what Jesus is trying to do. Let me see if you love me or if you love the things that I told you I would do for you more than what you love me. For if you love those things more than what you love me, then you're going to go out there and try to get it for yourself. Therefore, you don't love me like you say you do. Because if you did, you would wait. It's hard to wait. That young lady, let's say that she stayed right there because she trusts you. She know you ain't never lied to her. Everything you say you gonna do for her, you did. It's just this one car that she want that you ain't got, but yet she mad, hey, we all know how women can get. Yet she mad, this and that, whatever. Now, what kind of Negro would you be? And I'm not calling Jesus a Negro, I'm speaking to us. What kind of Negro would we be if we sit our butt up there and you get mad at me, that's why you ain't getting nothing? You in the wrong because you know what you doing. You know what you doing. You know what you going to go get her. You know what you plan on going to go get her. So you in the wrong. How you not in the wrong? You know what you doing. So if you sit up there and say, well, you done got mad at me, that's why you ain't gonna get nothing. You wasn't planning on giving her nothing anyways, dummy. Because when they get angry with us, honestly, it should make us laugh. Honestly, it should make us feel good because guess what? We know why you angry. And we happy. Because when you get what we gonna give you, you gonna be surprised. We gonna be like, hey, told you. But it can make you feel good because even though they're angry, they still love you. If they did not get angry with you, they don't love you. If you do not get angry with God, how do you love him? You only get angry with people that you love. Oh, you don't believe that, huh? You lying, Maurice. No, Maurice, no, you lying, Maurice. No, that's a lie. I tell you what, some of y'all done had more girlfriends than you can count on your fingers and toes. Some of y'all done had more boyfriends you can count your finger and toes. But think about that one that you actually fell in love with and that you love. They made you, they the only one that could have got under your skin. You know why? Because you loved them. Period. Some of y'all married to the ones right now who makes you angry. Even though you got angry, it's the love that makes you stay. Period. So how is it not okay to get angry with God? Watch this. Jesus will get angry with you. So how you can't get angry with him? He said, I chastise those whom I love. Think about that. You will chastise your wife. Your wife will chastise her husband. You will chastise your kid. I ain't talking about beating them. I don't believe in that. But what I am talking about is you will correct them. That's what Jesus is talking about. I correct those whom I love. I get angry with those. Let me tell you something. When Jesus got angry with Israel, he still loved them. I guarantee you one thing. You wouldn't put your hands on them. Jesus got angry with Israel, but he loved them. Abraham got angry with God when God told him to sacrifice his own son. So I guess Abraham just went up and hit him. I'm finna go sacrifice my son. Come here, Isaac. Daddy, what you doing with that piece of steel sharpened on that rock? Oh, I'm finna go gut you like a meat. Cause Jesus told me so. That's what I'm finna go do. No. If you truly love your child, let me tell you something. If God told me right now to sacrifice Zion, I couldn't do it. That'll be one that I will not obey. I'm sorry. It took strength for Abraham. But you better believe he had it out with the Lord. Watch this. Did God kill Abraham? No, he didn't, you lying preachers. So matter of fact, even though Abraham got angry, even though you get angry, God ain't looking at your anger. Boo-boo. He ain't looking at your anger because he know why you're mad. He ain't looking at your anger. Do you know what he looking at? You gonna obey what I tell you? Even though you mad at me, I don't care nothing about that. I can take all that. Let me tell you something. I took all that at the cross of Calvary. Your anger, your frustration, your cussing, your fussing, I took all that at the cross of Calvary, so ain't nothing catching me by surprise. Are you gonna do what I'm telling you to do? Abraham got angry with God. If you think Abraham just went up that hill, come here, come here, or Isaac, here we go. I'm finna gut you like a fish. Come here, boy. Let me sharpen this here thing on this here rock. Come on now, I'm looking at you. Here we go. And look here. And I mean, come on. Come on. No, Abraham did not want to sacrifice his son Isaac. He did not. So you better believe Abraham had some choice words for God. Period. That's his son. And God tell you go kill your son. But did God kill Abraham? Hell no. What did God do? He waited just to see if Abraham was going to do what God told him to do. And sure enough, Abraham went in the tent, got Isaac, led him to a mountain high, told Isaac, we going up for a sacrifice. Isaac sit up there, I ain't the sharpest tool on the rock, but I've been sitting on it, Daddy. Let me see. You been drinking, Dad? Because I'm looking for the lamb and I don't see it. Where's that? His daddy said, God will provide. That's all he could say. He couldn't even tell his own son, I'm going to sacrifice you. That boy would have ran. But even Isaac was willing to obey God. If I have to lay down my life, then I'll do so. All the way up that hill, I'm quite sure Abraham was mad to him, cussing, fussing to himself. Probably had to go off by himself and cry and ask God, why you want me to do this? You promised me this and that, and the third. Beat his hand upside the rock. I'm tired of this. I done obeyed you. I done served you. I done did this over here. I done did that over there. You told me to go here. I went there. You told me to go left. I went left. You told me to go right. I went right. You told me to move up. I went up. You told me to move back. I went back. You told me to go down. I went down. I have done everything you have told me to do. So why is it that you want me to kill my son? What in everything that's holy is the matter with you? But even out of all of his frustration, he still obeyed God. And before Abraham struck his son, Jesus said, lay not thou hand to the lad. For now I know. But see, Jesus didn't have to know. He wanted Abraham to know. He said, but now I know you love me more than anything in this world. That's why Abraham was blessed. So that's why Abraham was blessed, because he was willing to give up the very thing that he loved. But wait a minute, preacher. Y'all say you're not supposed to get angry with God. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay? If you think everybody just follow God blindly in the Bible, you a bigger fool than what your congregation believe you is. It is okay. It is perfectly fine to be angry with God, provided you are doing what he told you to do. Now, if you ain't doing nothing, then you the fool for getting angry in the first place. You read why your life ain't going nowhere because you ain't listening. Dummy. But it is perfectly fine for you to be upset and angry with God. For Jesus said, be angry with me and sin not. The sin is to blaspheme against the Holy Spirit, to disobey God. That's the sin. Period. Jesus already knows you're going to be upset. If you get upset with your earthly daddy and Jesus being your real father, how he don't expect for you to be upset with him? Are you a fool? Some of y'all walk around here with bottled up hurts, bottled up anger, bottle up this and bottle up that because you going to a hole in the wall ass church, preacher telling you, give me your tithe, but don't be angry with God. And the reason why they telling you that, because they don't want you to be angry with them. Period.
Don't be angry with God, okay? Run over in sackcloth and then get on some ashes and do all that right over there.
That's why their life ain't nothing. Because first of all, how you gonna hide anything from God anyways? Dummy. How you gonna hide anything from God? Jesus said, I search the intent of the heart. So you gonna sit So you gonna sit your butt up there and just be like, okay, God, hey, man, God a good man. You don't know my boy, look at him, boy. Okay, God done told me to sacrifice my son, but I'm finna go do that. But in your heart, man, what the heck wrong with this man? Man, what the oh hell no, bro. What's going on with you? He said, I search the intents of the heart because that's the truth. He said, I only respect the truth. I respect what's in your soul. I respect what's in your heart. That crap you got coming out your mouth.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, it's a happy day.
Oh, every day ain't happy, fool. Especially when you working for God. Every day ain't happy. Is every day on your job happy? So stop lying to yourself and stop lying to the people. But see, some of y'all won't listen to this because your pastor got your mind retarded. Okay? That's why y'all don't listen to this. My name is Maurice Mungin. This has been one man's opinion and God's truth. Myself and Jesus Christ approve this message. Pastors, stop lying to your congregate, telling them if you get angry with God, you in the wrong. No, Negro, you in the wrong. Let these people live the way God intended for them to live. Humanly. Thank you.